Welcome, patrons, and we have a title! We have a title! Dreadwolf, this is not Undrill! Try to remain calm! Anyway, yeah, just not too much to talk about, actually, to be honest, but let's chat about a small little thing that was in the title reveal recently, other than the fact that we now have a title. The tambourine. So if you actually look at the title reveal, you can see in the background that there's an odd design. So if you've actually been here a while, or at least caught up with what we have on official Dragon Age Dreadwolf trailers, I'm gonna have a hard time getting used to that, it should look familiar. It's the same design as what was used in the very first trailer we had. So in my breakdown of that mural, I called this design the tambourine, as it just kind of looks like one. So I'm not going to go into what I thought it meant at the time, and I'm just going to go on from here assuming that you have seen that other video. Not here is a time code for that other video, and when I start talking about it so you can catch up. You seen it? Great. Anyway, other than this being just basically a crystallized version of what was in the mural, there are a couple differences. The number of bells, the placement of the bells, and the state of the bells. The number. In the original image, there are 7 bells. In this, we count 6. Now, while it's totally plausible that we just can't see one as it is partially cut off, we should at least be able to see part of it, right? Like, the place where you would think it is very clearly does not have anything there. One theory that I saw floating about is that perhaps the bells represent the old god's souls, which we were already thinking, and the missing bell could represent Earthemiel's soul, as its state is in kind of a bit of an unknown depending on your role choices in Dragon Age Origins. The placement. So the 2 bright bells have also changed places. While this could just be a design choice to make it look nice, there are also a few theories I've seen floating around. One is that perhaps they've just changed the order to reflect this being the old gods, 4 dark and dead, 1 missing because of Dragon Age Origin choices, and 2 bright, the remaining old gods. Rather than the bells being placed randomly, they are now in an order. Another is that this is some sort of doomsday clock, and as the bells get closer to one another, whatever the bells was holding back, which in the original image was the idol, will be free. Now this leads us to the next difference. The state. The entire image, bells and all, are cracked and crumbling. Whatever the bells were holding back or in, if anything at all, is free and in the open. What happened to the tambourine, and is this bad? Now, all that being said, I do think it's interesting that where the idol used to be now is the game name, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. And now we know, thanks to Deventer Knights, that the idol belonged to the Dreadwolf. So I can't say for certain, but part of me wonders if the design of this logo is also a bit of a clue. Perhaps the game will answer where the idol has gone and what it was doing there in the middle of the tambourine in the first place. Now, as for the choice of making the game's official color purple, I at least want to be clear that I am incredibly biased because my favorite color is purple. I actually hate orange, despite it being my channel branding. But, so yeah, I actually really like it. Yay. Now, I'm not really sure how to explain it, but Dragon Age 4 has just always been purple in my mind. Now, perhaps this is because the other games have a very clear color coding, blue for the Wardens, which admittedly was given to Dragon Age Origins retroactively, red for Hawk and green for the Rifts, and as yellow and orange just sort of suck as colors, in my personal opinion, I always had color-coded Dragon Age 4 as purple in my notes. And I know I'm not the only one either, because the Dragon Age subreddit had a purple overlay on it for quite a while, and I've seen plenty of fan artists use purple to represent a possible player character for Dragon Age 4 as well. So I could sit here and talk about color meanings for purple, and like maybe Pride Demons are purple, and that's related because Solus and Pride, but honestly, like the pure, what I think is the truth, I think it's purple because more people find it pleasing than yellow and orange, and the past 3 games have taken up blue, red, and green. And another thing before I wrap up this video is talking about the choice of the name of the game. Now, to basically repeat what I said on Twitter, I know that a lot of you are frustrated by the amount of Solus and L's that the name Dreadwolf implies. You hate Solus. You don't want a whole game about the bastard. But keep in mind that the Dreadwolf has been important to the series for a while, even before the character of Solus was created. The legend of the Dreadwolf touches so much of the lore, like the creation of the Veil, the Titans, the Evanuris, even Andraste, and possibly much more. To me, the name is about digging into his legend and getting details about parts of the lore that we thought were lost to time. While Solus is involved and has promised to be important to the plot since Trespasser, I want to believe that the title of Dreadwolf is more about the legend than the man. And that, dear patrons, is all that I know about the new title of Dreadwolf. This is kind of the part where I do my normal send-off, but I have a new video coming out extremely soon on Logain. That's like a real video that I put a lot more time into, so I'm just gonna do that there. Oh, for the meme, if you want to save 20% off your entire purchase at the BioWare store, use my code BWDaddy. I do get a cut of the profit. You get to save some money, and BioWare has to look at their data and see that I made a coupon code with this sinful meme. It's a win-win all around, to be quite honest. Frankly, I just really wanted a coupon code that was BioWare Daddy. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Anyway, with that, Taresh Sharal.